Hey, it's Francis, and today I'm going to show you some more of those Casio sampler instruments that I made. So if you missed our last video, I went over and showed you where you can find these Kontakt instruments, and then I showed you a song that I made with them. So this video I'm going to show you another song that uses some of the ones that were missing from that first song. First of all, let's go take a look at my website, and I can show you where you can download them in case you missed the first video. Okay, here's my website, and we can go over here to the Downloads tab, and you'll find FR SK-1, and this right here is the library that I'm using. You'll need Kontakt or Kontakt Player to play these back, and if you've got that installed, you should be able to play with these instruments. Here is another song that I made using these samples. Let's take a listen to it. Great. So there it is. That's another song that we can make using these Kontakt instruments. At the end here, I did a little bit of sound design using the burp, the tambourine, the hand drum, one of the hand drums. There's 3 of them. And it looks like I used the whistle and the pluck all together. And that sounds like this. Low pluck. That whistle sounds really grimy when it's pitch shifted down. Tambourine too. Whoops, that's just... And then this is the burp. Yes, that is actually me burping. Sounds pretty evil when you play it really low. And this is that hand drum, really low hand drum. Kind of works as an impact sound. So a lot of great sound design capabilities in this library as well. Let's take a look at some of the orchestration. This is what this one is based on, the pipe organ, along with the mellow flute. And later on, I introduced the jazz organ as well. Let's hear these together at the beginning. And then I'm going to bring in this pluck sound. This is the bass line. Then the harp is the melody, and the anvil is playing the arpeggios in the background. So let's hear those. This is our anvil part. And this is our harp down here. So I'd like to point out that this anvil sound is from another library that I made, and I resampled it through the Casio and decided, since I already have the original sound on my Bandcamp page, that I wouldn't make it too redundant, and I made it more of a melodic sound. So I shortened it quite a bit and turned it into this quick pluck type of a sound. And yes, it is actually a recording of an anvil originally, but it's very, very messed up. This one's one of my favorites in the whole library. It's not in that first song, which is part of the reason I showed this one next. This is really processed, echoed out, resampled mellotron. So it's one note played from a mellotron and then just completely just destroyed and redone. And it essentially played back through the Casio SK-1 and then turned into a Kontakt library by looping the sound. And we can see that I did a bunch of stuff to this one. You can see I'm essentially resampling a few notes per sample and looping the samples in here, adding some effects inside of Kontakt. If you don't have the full version of Kontakt, you won't have control over any of these. But if you do, you could actually change the delay rates and the reverb settings and envelope settings and stuff like that. So that one really works well combined with the pipe organ. I guess I didn't have that soloed. And the pipe organ by itself. Again, created from the SK-1, just like all of these are. This particular one is one of the presets on the SK-1, just with reverb and delay added, as with a lot of the pad type sounds in my library. I process these the way that I would personally use them. So if you don't have the full version of Kontakt and some knowledge of how to use it, you wouldn't be able to change these. Maybe with enough coercion or donations, I would go into more detail and make multiple instruments with each of the samples. But at this point, I've got 40 instruments up that I made using the SK-1 primarily, and then a couple of others. Let's take a look at a few more of these. This one's one of my favorites, the Demented Scream. Works really well as like a lead. Combining it with the mellow vibe. This one actually ends up sounding kind of like an organ, doesn't it? But the Demented Scream is just me like doing a pitch scream and falsetto. Again, just resampled through the SK-1. And when it's combined with a thicker sound, it gets really nasty. Cuts through the mix well. Here's the brass ensemble, which I add at the end. This is the brass ensemble from the SK-1. And I think that I've got the jazz organ in here somewhere too. Did I put that in? Yep. At the end, there's this jazz organ. Just copying the part. So compare that to the pipe organ. Together they sound really nice. Just the pipe organ. So the pipe organ's a lot more ethereal texture, and the jazz organ's much more in your face. And then let's take a look at what I'm doing with the percussion here. I've got orchestra hits combined with the impact. And then I've got the hand drum, mechanical keyboard, and tambourine. To create that sort of like Dungeon Synth evil percussion sound that I like. And that's really about all there is to this track. So thanks for watching, and I hope you get some use out of these sounds. I'm excited to hear what other people make with them. I'm going to make a few more of these videos to show off some of the other sounds that I created using this synth, and then we'll put them out on an EP. So thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to hearing what some of you make with these. I'll see you next time.